Hi there, Sharon here with Creating with Sharon. I'm going to show you a quick, easy card that we did at my card class this weekend. So really cute. And what I did with this card, I use the Parisian Beauty stamp set. This one right here, gorgeous. Strong suggest if you're going to buy this one, buy the die cuts too. They are gorgeous. Oh my gosh! Do you want to see what we did at class this weekend? We made these two cards with the Eiffel Tower. Isn't that cute? Gorgeous. And I don't think the Eiffel Tower will ever go out of style. I think it will always be there. And here's another one using the die cuts from that stamp set, or from the dies. Paper is the Parisian Blossom specialty paper, and why it's called the specialty paper is it's got some foil in it. And we'll be using some of that today too. And you want to see what else I made with that? Of course you do. Look at this Eiffel Tower. So darn cute, easy to do. All you need to do is cut out 4 Eiffel Towers, score them or fold them in half, just like that, and then just glue them all together, all the way around. Really, really easy to do. Okay, let's get started with this gorgeous card. So, first of all, you're going to need your base, which is Petal Pink, 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. That one down. Package of, or a piece of Designer Series specialty paper, and that's going to go right on like that. And then we have a piece of Sierra Sand, which is 4.5 by 3 1/4, and then the image that we're going to stamp on, which is 4 1/4 by 3. Okay, so we'll just put all those to the side. So from this to this. Woohoo, so excited. Okay, so let us get started. So first of all, what you're going to need is a pearlized doily. So Stampin' Up does sell these, if you notice that they've been advertising them. So found another technique that you can use. See the stamp image on that? Like about the pearlized ones, you just take it, rub it, and it comes off. Easy peasy. So you're going to get your doily. You're going to grab some ink. So I've got my Pool Party, my Petal Pink, and my Smoky Slate. And I also have some Sierra Sand. So I'm going to start off with the Petal Pink and get my sponge, which is right here. So my sponge, and just very lightly sponge up your sponge and put it onto the cardstock. And you want to do odd numbers, so I'm going to do 5 of these guys. Put one in the center. And don't, be sure not to do the big circle there, because it'll just be like a big, I guess like a big blob in the center. And then this one here. Okay, so I'm just going to put that to the side for now. Just going to clean this off. And I'm going to bring in my Pool Party. And I'm going to do basically the same thing with that. Just take, because you don't need a lot, because it's basically just a background. That was a little too much for me. Just stamp it off. There we go. I'm only going to do 3 of these. The reason being is that the Eiffel Tower is going to be in the Pool Party. So I'm going to bring in my Smoky Slate also. I'm going to bring my doily back, clean it off. But I'm going to bring in this stamp from the stamp set. Okay? And then I'm just going to just ink it up, stamp it off once, and then I'm just going to stamp it onto there, just like that. And then do another one here, just like that. Oh. And so basically what it looks like, you know, an antique piece of paper, postcard. We're going to make it into like a postcard, and then stamp it right there. And then I might just do a little bit of one over here. So you don't, make sure you don't stamp it over top, because you want it like, you don't want it to really stand out. You just want little bits and pieces of it everywhere. So now I'm going to bring in my Eiffel Tower and my pool party again. Ink up my Eiffel Tower. Stamp it right on to the center of my paper. Ta-da! And then I'm going to bring in my, I'm going to stamp that right there. And I'm done with the pink, so I'm just going to put that away. Then I'm going to bring in the little stamp, and I'm going to stamp this in Smoky Slate. I'll put that about right there. And then now I'm going to bring in this one here. I'm going to stamp it off, and I'm going to put it right over top, just like that. So now I'm going to put my inks away, because I'm done those 3 inks away. I'm going to bring out my Sierra Sand and a sponge. And I'm going to sponge around the edges of, edges. So it just gives it that vintage look, like it's been around the world a few times. And I'm just going to just take it, give it a little bit. Oh, look there. So I'm done with my stamping, so I'm just going to put my inks away so I don't get everything on them. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in my Big Shot and an embossing folder. So I'm going to bring in the Subdual embossing folder, and I'm going to run it through like this. So you sort of have like a linen look on that one, but I'm going to put it in like this to give it a canvas look. And one of the girls at the class on Sunday had mentioned that to me, so I thought I'd give it a try. And oh my gosh, it's gorgeous. Just gorgeous. There we go. And here we are. So can you see that? What about that side? Can you see that side a little bit better? But that's the image. It's just gorgeous. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in my Sierra Sand layer and just ink up the back side. And stamp it on there. There. It's gorgeous. I just love that effect. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in the base. You know what I'm going to do too? I think I'm going to just antique up the edges on this just to give it a little more vintage look. Yeah, just around the edges. And there, we're almost done there. You don't have to do the whole piece because you're going to have this sitting on top. Oh yeah, that looks better. Much better. Okay. So now we're going to put it onto our card base. And it's a shame to ink this up, but I've got lots of this. I've ordered quite a few packages of the Parisian Blooms Designer Series paper. I just love it so much. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I am going to put some dimensionals on the back side of this one here. And there we go. And I'm going to put this obviously on a slant, just like that. And I didn't make my bow, and I'm not going to do it on camera because I'm not good at it. So I'm just going to just leave it. And I'm going to bring in my piercing tool. And put one there. Oh, there we go. One there. And one down there, I'm thinking. There we go. So, yeah, I'm not gonna, oh, maybe I will. So this is the Petal Pink metallic ribbon from Stampin' Up. That's gorgeous. So I think I just might I'm not gonna put a bow around this one. I just find it too hard. Just take this and just, but what I will do is just grab my glue dots and put one inside the other, like that. Okay, so I'm going to put this right about here. Take that piece off. And then just take the ribbon and just fold it in half, just like that. And then I'm just going to just trim these guys back. And get another glue dot. Right there. Oops. Take that off. And then tear that right there, like that. I don't like that either. I'll figure something out later, but you get the gist of it. So there's the card, just gorgeous, easy to do, stamp and a little bit of embossing. If you have any questions, let me know. If you don't have a demonstrator and live in Canada, I would love to be your demonstrator. There's my store, sharondavies.stampinup.net. Just click that shop button. Or if you want to get 20% off, just hit that join button and you can receive 20% off all your future orders. And you could actually work your way up to 25% off if you wish. It's entirely up to you. I'm thinking that's it right now. And thank you so much for joining me. I greatly appreciate it. And you have a wonderful day. Thank you. See ya. Bye.